We are back with a brand new video. It's been a little bit of time, but we are back to discuss more Heat basketball, Heat news, all that good stuff. So if you guys are here to talk about the Heat, listen to me talk about the Heat, and just discuss amongst yourselves in the comment section below. Please hit that subscribe button, man. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We want to get there as soon as possible. So yeah, if you guys are interested in anything Heat basketball, Heat related, go subscribe to the channel, like the video if you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are just interested in NBA content in general, I do have a second channel that'll be in the description, as well as my Twitter page. So yeah, just to get that out of the way, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We just had to get that out the way real quick. The main topic of discussion today is the report that came out today from the Brooklyn Nets about Kevin Durant. So apparently, according to the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant met with Joe Tsai, Sean Marks, Steve Nash, all the top people, the heads of the organization. And they basically decided that Kevin Durant is not going to get traded, and he's going to play out his this year at least as a Brooklyn Net. And if not this year, he might play out the remaining 4 years as a Brooklyn Net, which basically eliminates any chances of Kevin Durant getting traded. So after the trade request that happened in June, Kevin Durant is no longer going to get traded this season, and we can move on officially from pursuing or having a dream of pursuing Kevin Durant. To me, this is something I kind of expected. I didn't really expect Kevin Durant to get traded. I thought that there was a little bit of a stalemate. The Nets' asking price was a lot higher than what a lot of teams were willing to give up. And ultimately, I think that was the reason that it never really, materialized to anything. So I kind of expected this to happen. To me, I don't really think the Nets have a terrible team on paper. When you look at it right now, they still have KD and Kyrie. Ben Simmons, as much as people want to talk negatively about him and clown him or whatever, he brings exactly what the Nets need, which is, defense, playmaking, and running in transition, which is exactly what KD and Kyrie lack. So he complements them to a T. They've signed some good role players like TJ Warren. They've brought back, Nicholas Claxton. They traded for Royce O'Neal. They're going to be a playoff team for sure. Now, what this means for Miami is that we can officially move on from Kevin Durant and pursuing him. And I think a lot of people probably realized that it was a pipe dream anyway. We didn't really have the assets that they required. They were after Bam. We didn't want to give up Bam for the right reason, obviously, as we shouldn't have. And yeah, it was kind of just a stalemate, I guess, and we can move on from KD. Another thing that I have to say about this whole trade, situation is not only is apparently Miami not interested in or cannot trade for Kevin Durant right now. According to John Gambadoro, who's like a Phoenix Suns reporter, or like he's Arizona reporter, but he has predicted some stuff before. He's on Twitter with like 75K followers. He's verified. Apparently, he just said that the Heat are not interested in Donovan Mitchell. So those are the two top targets that a lot of people thought the Heat would be interested in, or they would end up with at least one of them. Kevin Durant is now off the table, and Donovan Mitchell apparently the Heat do not have interest in. Now, I don't know if this report is true. Again, this is not a Woj or a Shams. This is not, coming from any team. This is coming from this guy that I said right here. I don't really know how credible he is, but you can take, what you want from what he's saying. To me, I think the Jazz asking price is astronomically large, and I think that, if you are the Heat, the Jazz wanted like 6 or 7 picks. We only have 2 or 3 to give up. Apparently, the Jazz are not really interested in Herro as a centerpiece. Like, it was just a lot of stuff that we would have to make happen for Donovan to be a Heat. And I think that, it would take 3, 4, maybe even 5 teams to make this happen. So essentially for me, that's off the table as well. So your two biggest priority trade targets, Kevin Durant and Donovan Mitchell, are both now not available / not attainable. And that kind of brings you to, what do the Heat do next? That's a question that a lot of people have been asking me in person and on Twitter. Like, what do the Heat do next? Well, I think for me, number one, you have to look at Tyler Herro, and you have to look at the possibility of an extension. Now, I'm in the camp of waiting to extend Herro. I know a lot of people love Herro. I'm a little bit hesitant on paying Herro that much money. I get it. He's only 21, 22. He just won Sixth Man of the Year, but I still see a lot of deficiencies in his game that don't make me think he's worth $25 million a year. But then again, we did pay Duncan Robinson 18, so hey, I guess it's worth it. But in all seriousness, I think we should wait to extend Herro. I might be in the minority in saying this. I don't think it's it's a necessity to do it right now. Number two, Apart from Herro, power forward position is something that we are really thin at. Jimmy is probably going to be starting at the 4 for us. If not him, it's probably going to be Caleb. And the problem is we don't really have, a strong power forward rotation. Nikola Jovic is clearly not ready. Darius Days is a guy that we just signed to a two-way deal. I don't think he's really going to play. It's really Jimmy and Caleb. PJ Tucker is gone. Markieff Morris is gone. And I know the Heat are going to be active in the power forward market. I know Jay Crowder has been mentioned, Harrison Barnes, Miles Turner, John Collins. A lot of these, power forward / center options to pair alongside Bam, they've been rumored with the Heat. Now, what I would do, I would wait until the deadline. I know a lot of people might be like, nah, we got to trade for one now. I think we should wait until the deadline to make a move for a power forward, because trading for a power forward is not that hard. Especially if it's someone who's like just a serviceable role player. We can do that at any time of the season. We don't have to do it at the moment. I think we can still float as a top 4, top 5 seed in the East, even with this current team right now. And if you want to go get a power forward later in the season, like we did in 2020, where we traded for Jay Crowder and Andre Iguodala, you can basically do a very similar thing and get Jay Crowder, get whoever you want at the deadline. I don't think you have to do it right now and throw all your eggs into the basket of this team, because you never know. Something might happen where you might need to hold your assets. Someone might request a trade. Someone might become available. You never know. So I don't think there's any rush in getting a power forward at the moment. I agree we do need one for the playoff run. But as of right now, I think what I would do is hold off on Herro's extension for the moment and hold off on trading for a power forward at the moment, and just wait until the deadline to do either of those things. I think there was a report saying that the Heat are waiting to extend Herro anyway, so that's good to me. But the power forward thing, I would wait until the deadline to do anything, because none of the power forward names, you're not going to trade Herro for any of them, so it doesn't really matter. And none of them are really like superstars anyway. So the only superstar power forward that was on the market for us to potentially get was Kevin Durant, and now he's not on the market anymore. So that's where we stand at the moment, man. I guess it's a little underwhelming, but at the same time, this team can still compete. It's not a terrible team for sure. The only thing we really lost is PJ, and I get he was a big part of our team, but we still have guys who could be, having bounce back seasons / improving. Kyle Lowry getting in shape. Victor Oladipo looks really good in the offseason workouts that he's been posting. There's still optimism with this team. I'm still not saying I'm not going to compare this to the 2021 year, because I think that's a little bit lazy, but I get the people who want to do that, because again we did not really get a superstar or a star this offseason. But that's where we're at right now, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We're gonna end it off here. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.